with his deck. He's going to play the Fleece main line.
It says 3-3 on turn 2. See Blood-Soaked Champion hanging out in his hand as well. He'll be able to give the Lions some company next turn. Along with Gather Courage to help protect him from Lightning Strike here.
It's shown that this deck has really good mana. Here's a Satyr Wayfinder. This is probably part of the reason why.
Well, this time the Satyr Wayfinder is not going to be as good against Aaron. It'll still be a speed bump. And it did the unfortunate thing of showing Aaron what's going on here. It mills a copy of Anger of the Gods.
Now, you know, the red lights have to go off. Okay.
Hold on. You're playing that card.
Here's an attack for 3. Barich's draw was a copy of Thoughtseize. That might change the way he plays this one, and it will. I think, actually, Brad has a copy of Anger of the Gods in his hand, and you see one right now, along with a Bloodstained Mire, a Forest, a Swamp, a Siege Rhino, and Elspeth, too. So he's taking a really slow approach.
Yeah, I mean, his plan is Anger, Siege Rhino, Elspeth. I mean, I think it was because Savage Lands was so good.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
that you just, there wasn't much exploring to do because you just get your hand Blightning.
Well, there's Bloodsoaked Champion. This is interesting. He took Siege Rhino, and then he played the Bloodsoaked Champion, just knows at his opponent.
Well, he is baiting pretty hard here with this Gather Courage in his hand. If you're Brad, the alarm bells should be sounding on Brad's side too. This is too easy.
It's just, this is so awesome because, you know, Aaron is playing against one of, if not the best standard players in the world. And you know that Brad just knows so much about standard. It's like, and Aaron's just like, I don't care.
Aaron may not know his opponent here. So there's different aspects of the game that some of your good players are good at. And as far as reading body language and figuring out, like, this bluff of, oh yeah, no, don't play Anger. Okay, like, Brad Nelson is the last person you want to run that against.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And he's going to go for it, but I don't think, you know, you see Brad just not even flinch. Yeah, that's going to happen.
Aaron made it appealing. He loses his Bloodsoaked Champion for the game, and he's perfectly fine with it. Now he's going to be attacking for 3. So he's ahead on the board. 4th land's going to come into play, and he's hoping he can just keep pushing his advantage.
Yeah. I think it's more of he knows that, yeah, Brad knew what he was getting into.
Yeah.
And that's fine. He did lose his Siege Rhino, which was the follow-up play, but it's not terrible for Brad right now.
Kyriadin just passed the turn back. Barich going to draw a card. There's another copy of Gather Courage. There's a Windswept Heath.
He also gets a chance to use the Monstrosity on this Fleece main line, which is pretty important.
Yeah, the nice thing about Brad's deck is that he actually has outs to this in this situation because Crackling Doom.
Exactly.
It can actually beat the Monstrosity. Let's see what the follow-up play is going to be. He's going to Gather Courage.
Punch him right to the face.
Okay.
All right.
Is this maybe? Oh my, 3, 4, 5, 5 plus 6 is a. I think he might have a Become Immense.
That would put Brad to 1.
1? Yep.
All right. That will put Brad, make the Fleece main line an 11-11. This reminds me of the last deck I saw Aaron playing, which was the Boros Charm, Celestia Charm combo deck,
yeah,
where you'd say no blocks, you'd be like, whoa, 16 you.
Yeah.
Like, that, it's reminiscent of that strategy.
There's a Swamp. Is it Elspeth time, perhaps?
I'm not sure how he's going to get the last point of damage.
I don't know either. Let's see what the draw is. Did not get a good look at it.
I mean, there were some things to hope for there. It was possible that, you know, maybe Brad's last land was a fetch. There are a lot of things that Aaron can play for.
Easy block. Press says, do you have any way to give trample? I hope not.
No. Sure can't beat it if he did.
Yeah, he's going to activate Monstrosity.
Yep.
Pass the turn back.
Elspeth doesn't actually care too much about the Monstrosity. She can make an army and then make them fly over all the same.
Yep, there's Courser. Now Courser starts to gain a little bit of life, so there is that.
It has to get Brad up to 4 before he's out of range of a Siege Rhino top deck, however.
And now we're getting aggressive. Hello, Xenagos, along with Soldier Tokens. Take this up. The reason he's getting aggressive, I think, is because he just wants to get this game over. Didn't get a great look. Looks like it's just a copy of Air.
Not Siege Rhino, it's Air and Llanowar Wastes. Aaron getting so close here, but all equally impressive that just how quickly Brad's turning this game around. You know, Aaron has one more turn to draw Siege Rhino, and it's not because Brad will be at 4, it's because Aaron will be at 0.
Might be thinking, is Obzon charming out in the situation, but it says you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life.
Yeah, the old Sign in Blood trick where you target your opponent does not work with Obzon Charm.
Brad's reaching for some soldier tokens. Maybe Xenagos is going to go up as well. He wants to be able to deal as much damage as possible, make it a 2-turn clock without exposing himself to anything that could hurt him. And there's the attack.
Aaron will get to block part of it. Can he draw Siege Rhino to force game 3? It's going to have to happen this turn.
3 more soldier tokens. Oh, come on, top deck.
Really do it? Can he bring it into a game 3? He's going to need some luck.
Brad, I love you, but come on, top deck.
Don't do it, don't do it.
We're going to game 3.
And they both knew it, too.
Oh, Aaron Barich, Brad Nelson, they're tied up.
All right. That was a 4-outer Aaron hits right there.
Whew, a deep breath as we move on to game 3.